Hi everybody. In this video section we are going to see about decision tree. So decision tree is very effective device in making decision in various diversified problem, like you can take investment or portfolio or project management, it will be useful. Or if a new product development, if you want to take any decision, then you can use this tools, decision tree. Okay, it is a kind of network which exhibit graphically the relationship between the different part of the complex decision process. Okay, so it will be in a graphical model. We'll see the symbol which we are going to use here. The symbol we are going to use here is a square symbol, another one is a circle symbol, another one is branches and sub branches. Okay, the square symbol is used for decision node, and your circle symbol is used for your event node. Okay, and branch which we are going to use it for different problem which we are going to select. Okay, so if we want to select 2 3 products, in the sense two branches and various sub branches, that we have to do. So the branches and sub branches, you are doing, no, that it look like tree like structure, that's why it is called a decision tree. Okay, we'll see problem now. So this is the first problem. So here you have to give a suggestion to the company. The company want to select one product out of two, X or Y. Okay, so X they are investing for X product 30,000, for Y product their investment is 50,000. Okay, here market demand is given, high demand, medium demand and low demand, and they have given probability value for product X and probability value for product Y. And here how much they will get sales. Okay, if it is a high demand they will get 75,000 in X product, 55,000 for in medium demand, and low demand they will get 35,000, like that. Similarly they have given for product Y 100 and 80 70. This is in terms of 1000 rupees. Okay, so you have to construct a decision tree and you have to give a suggestion to the company which product they have to make, whether the product X or the product Y. Okay, we'll see the decision tree now. So here there is a one node, always will start with one node, it should be in square. And how many event in the sense how many products they have given here, two products, so two circle you have to use. Okay, in that there is a various sub branches, this and all is sub branches. So three demand they have given, one is high demand, medium demand and low demand. Okay, and similarly for product Y, high, medium and low. Okay, here you have to write the investment, how much you are going to invest, 30,000. Okay, and here the investment for Y is 50,000, and here you have to write down the probability, 0.4 for high demand and 0.4 for medium demand and 0.2 for low demand. This is given data. Okay, what is your sales? So you will get 75,000 in high demand. If the product have medium demand, you will get 55,000. If it is a low demand, you will get 35,000. Now you have to do net payoff. Okay, here you have to write down for Y. So the given data we have written here. Okay, everything is a given one. Okay, so now we have to write down net payoff and expected payoff. Okay, so say net payoff for high demand is 75,000, you will get, no. So if you subtract your investment amount, how much you will get, 45,000, that you have to multiply with your probability. So this is your expected payoff. Okay, if your product X if goes in high demand, you will get approximately 18,000 rupees you will get. This is called expected payoff. So we found for high demand, no, then you find for medium demand and a low demand. So medium demand minus 30,000, you will get 25,000. For that probability is 0.4, so if you multiply you will get 10,000. Similarly, 35,000 minus 30,000 investment if you subtract, so you will get 5,000. So your expected payoff is 5,000 into the probability, you will get 1,000. So if you add this 18,000, 10,000 and 1,000, you will get 29,000. This is called expected money value. Okay, EMV, expected money value. So we found this value for product X, no. Similarly, the same method you have to find for product Y. Okay. So first sales return is 1 lakh. 1 lakh minus investment. Product Y investment is 50,000. So you'll get 50,000 into your probability. So you will get 15,000. Okay. So for medium demand 80,000 they gave minus 50,000. So total 30,000 you will get. That probability is 0.4. So 12,000 you will get. Expected amount you will get in hand is 12,000. Okay. If medium demand you will get 20,000 and your payoff expected payoff is probability is 0.3. So if you multiply you will get 6,000. If you add this value 15,000, 12,000 and 6,000 you will get 33 sorry 33,000 you will get. This is expected money value. Okay. So for product Y if you select you will get expected money value is 29,000. If you select product Y you will get 33,000. So which is more that you have to take. Okay. So you have to consider product Y. Is it clear? Okay. So like this. Okay. This is EMV calculation. Okay. The same method only they have done. That is in table form and this is in row wise they have done. 45 into probability, 25,000 into probability and 5,000 into probability. So you will get 29,000. And here similarly 50,000 into probability, 30,000 into probability and 20,000 into probability. So you will get 33,000. So EME value for X is 29,000. EME value for Y is 33,000. That is expected money value. Product Y is higher than product X. So you have to suggest product Y. Okay. This is second problem. Okay. The investment staff of TNB Bank is consider 4 investment proposal for a client, that is share, bond, real estate and saving certificate. Okay, this investment will be held for 1 year. The past data recording the 4 proposal are given below. Okay, they have given for share, bond and real estate and saving certificate they have given. There is a 25% chances that share will decline by 10%. Okay, 25% chances are there that share will decline by 10%. A 30% chances that they will remain stable and 45% chances are there will increase in value by 15%. Okay. Also the share under consideration do not pay any dividend. Okay. Similarly they have given for bond 40% chances of increase in value of 5% and 60% chances of remaining stable and that yield 12%. Okay. And for real estate they gave 20% chances of increase is 30% in value and 25% chance of increase is 20% in value and 40% chance of increase in 10% in value. Yeah, 10% chance of remaining stable and a 5% chance of losing 5% of its value. Saving certificate they said 800% with certainty. Okay, 100%. Use a decision tree to structure the alternative available to the investment staff and use the expected value criteria. Choose the alternative with the best expected value. Okay, this is the given problem. We'll see decision tree now. So here we'll start with one starting node, decision node, and they gave how many share they gave, bond, real estate and saving certificate. Okay, and share they said declined by 10% and stable and no increase. Stable in the sense there is no increase, and another one they gave increase by 15%. This is given data. Okay, this is given data. The nature of state is given. Okay, this is for share. Okay, next one is bond. Okay, the 3 data is given for bond, and this is 1 2 3 4 5 data is given for real estate. Only one data 8.5% is given. No, so 8.5% for probability is century. So this is the given data, no, for share and bond and real estate and saving the certificate, that given data we have written here, and the probability they said no, that is also written here. Okay, so after writing this, now you have to find out your expected return. Okay, so expected return, you have to multiply this what is given in the nature of state. Okay, 10 percentage you have to multiply with the probability, so 0.25. So here they gave decline, no, so decline in the sense is a negative. Okay, you have to subtract it, so 2.50 percentage. So you have to multiply this 0.25 into 10 percentage, you will get 2.50. Since they have given a decline, so you have to put negative sign. Okay, so another one is there is no increase, they said. So there is no increase in the sense you have to take this value as 0. Okay, so you will get 0 here. Okay, next one is 0.45. So if you multiply with this value 15 percentage, so you will get 6.75 percentage. Since it is given increase, so no need to put sign, it is a positive sign. Okay, then 0.4 percentage, and that is also 5 percentage increase, they said. So you will get a 2 percentage increase. Okay, and no stable, then a bond they said no stable, so you have to put 0. And here the yield is 12 percentage and the probability is 1, so you have to put 12 percentage. Okay, so now if you add this EMI, add in the sense here one subtraction is there, so do subtract here 6.75 percentage minus 2.50, you will get expected money value is 4.25 percentage. Okay, and this both you have to add, sorry, this bond, no, 2 percentage and 12 percentage, if you add, your EMV value is 14 percentage. So this EMV value is for share and this EME value is for bond. Okay, similarly find out for real estate. Real estate they gave increase, and this is also increase, this is also increase, this is the respective percentage, multiply this two. Okay, you will get this value. Okay, and stable they gave, so stable in the sense you have to multiply with 0, you will get 0. And decrease by 5 percentage they said, so you have to put negative sign. Is it clear? So this is very important, decrease or decline you have to put negative sign. Okay, and here they said increase 8.5 percentage into 1. Okay, that is 8.5 percentage. And this data is for real estate and only one data is for saving certificate. Okay, you will get 14.75 percentage and this you will get 8.5 percentage. So we got 4 EMV value. Okay, expected money value we got. So now you have to write interpretations. Okay, interpretation is first value we got 4.25 percentage, isn't it? And second value for bond we got 14 percentage, and third value for real estate we got 14.75 percentage, and your saving certificate is 8.5 percentage. Okay, since your EMV value is 14.75 percentage is maximum, with the highest return is 14.75 percentage, the optimum alternative with the investment staff of that particular bank is to invest in real estate. Okay, because this percentage is more compared with the other three. Is it clear? So real estate you can invest, if you invest in real estate, that bank will get 14.75 percentage return, higher return. Okay, this is second problem. Hope you understand this. Okay, you can take down this problem. So whatever the data is given, you have to multiply with the particular value. Okay, see here they said a 25 percentage chance that share will decline by 10 percentage. Okay, so chance in the sense it is a probability, so 0.25 you have to take, multiply with this 10 percentage. Okay, so you have to identify the thing where they have given probability, so that value you have to multiply with that respective number. Okay, so you I hope you understand the decision tree. So whatever the problem is given, only thing is you have to multiply with your probability and find out your expected value. Okay, thank you.